Hi everyone, my name is Lauren from West Beach Yoga and Nutrition. Thank you for joining me today for this 25-minute full body flow. For this practice today, you'll need a mat and a set of blocks, and that's it. So with all that to say, let's get started. We're going to start in hero pose, so knees bent, sitting on your shins. If this feels really uncomfortable, you can just pop a block right in between under your thighs or a cushion, and just try to kind of wiggle your bum in between your heels. And your hands can be on your lap or they can be together at heart center, and just close down your eyes. And we're just going to take a minute or two to arrive here. So even though we're physically here, our minds can be somewhere else. Perhaps thinking about something that happened before the practice or something that's happening later today. But for the next 25 minutes, I want you to push all of that aside and just focus your attention inward. And the easiest way to escape thoughts and stress and busyness is just to simply focus on your breathing, in and out. Sometimes I like to say the word be as I breathe in, as I inhale through my nose, and still as I exhale through my nose. So let's take a nice deep inhale, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest. So your lungs should feel like a big balloon filling right up to the top. And then once fully filled up, take a nice long exhale through the nose. Maybe try to double the length of the exhale to your inhale. So completely emptying. Let's try that 3-part breath one more time. Awesome. From here, I'd like you to clasp your hands behind your back and then just gently lift your arms away from your body. So feeling a nice opening up through the chest, maybe even bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling. So this is a nice counter pose to how I think our bodies usually are, which is hunched forward over a computer, or I even find myself standing a little bit hunched. This is a good counter pose to that. From here, I want you to just lift up. So now you're standing on your knees. Releasing the hands down. Inhale. On the exhale, hinge from the hips. And I want you to drop the crown of your head on the floor in front of your knees. So if you open your eyes, you'll see your knees and your feet. Grabbing onto your heels with your hands, and then just gently start to lift your hips up towards the sky. So you're going to feel a nice opening in the upper back, a nice stretch through the lower back. This is called rabbit pose. Inhale and exhale here. Nice stretch in the back of the neck. Release the hands and slowly come up. You might feel a little lightheaded in that pose, so just take your time. From here, we're going to come forward onto hands and knees in tabletop position, coming into our cat-cow sequence. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, crown of the head, tailbone, reaching up towards the sky. Let your belly droop. This is cow pose. Exhale, tucking the chin in the tailbone, rounding the spine, having your navel in towards your spine. This is cat pose. Option 2, hover the knees here, so turning on the core a little bit. Drop the knees. Inhale to open up into cow. Exhale, coming into cat or hover cat. Just take this flow a few more times at your own pace with your breath. Keeping your attention turned inward to what your body is feeling. Awesome. Finishing off one last round, coming back into table. Stepping your right foot back and then your left, finding high plank pose. Hands coming under the shoulders, pressing the mat away, opening up through the shoulder blades. Turning on the core, so clear your throat, feel your core tighten, and keep it tight like that. Send the heels right back, engaging the thighs and the glutes. From here, we're gonna work a little bit. So we're gonna drop down to a forearm plank, leading with our right elbow, and then left follows. Leading with right hand, press back up to high plank. Alternating left elbow drops, then right. Leading with left hand, press back up. So just keep alternating here at your own pace with your breath. Being conscious not to let your hips sway too much. You gotta use your core to keep things straight. Keep your hips straight. Okay, next time you're in high plank, stay here. From here, we're gonna inhale, coming onto the tippy toes, so shifting forward. On the exhale, start to bend the elbows. Elbows stay nice and close to the side body. Always an option to drop to one knee or two. Chaturanga down onto the belly. Hands come under the shoulders. So tops of fingers in line with tops of the shoulders, gazes down, neck in line with the spine. Shoulder blades back and down, elbows tucked into the side body. Lower body is nice and long and relaxed. Inhale, lifting the head, the chest, the shoulders, coming into cobra pose. So hands are there for support. You're gently pressing your hands into the mat. A lot of this work stays in the upper and mid back. Exhale to come down. Inhale, lift up. Maybe a little higher this time. Exhale, come down. Inhale to lift into cobra one last time. Squeezing the glutes here, maybe coming up a little bit higher. Exhale to come down. Sliding the hands down alongside the rib cage. Inhale, press the mat away, straightening the arms, floating the thighs and the glutes, coming onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. From here, tucking the toes, lift the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. So really opening up through the shoulders here, creating space. So think about biceps going forward, triceps back. Your head is relaxed in between your shoulders and arms. Really send the hips back, lengthening through the spine. Maybe a slight bend in those knees. Walk the dog a little, bending one knee then the other. From here, shifting the weight into the left leg. Inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Reaching that right foot over towards the left side of the mat. Option to stay here, or plant your right foot behind you. Send the hips up. Reach the right arm up and back, coming into wild thing, or flipping your dog. Coming back over, flip back over, downward facing dog. Shifting the weight into the right foot. Inhale the left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Option to stay here, or flip your dog, send the hips up, reach the left arm back, wild thing. Feeling a nice stretch in the side body here. Flip back over, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Slowly coming up, one vertebra at a time. We're gonna do some flowing poses here. Inhale the arms up, and bringing your gaze up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, so hands come to shins or knees, really pressing the hips back here. Spine is nice and long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Palms meet at heart center. We're gonna add on to that. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Inhale, come forward onto the tippy toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Refocus your attention back to your breath, back to your body. Bend the knees a lot, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, palms meet at heart center. Feeling warm, let's add on to that again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, start to bend the knees, sit right back into chair pose. All the weights in your heels here. Inhale to reach up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, step right back to high plank. Inhale to the tippy toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, turn and flatten the right foot. Exhale, left foot steps up in between the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, turn and flatten the left foot this time. Exhale, right foot steps up. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, hands drop down. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Look ahead. Walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees a lot. Sweep the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, lengthen. Palms meet at heart center. Whew. I don't know about you, but my heart rate is up. My breath is quickening. That's good, that's what we want. Okay, so moving into our next sequence, starting with a little balance work. Coming to the top of your mat, shift your weight into your left leg, bend your right leg, grab onto the top of the right foot, inhale the left arm up, flamingo pose. The more you press your hips forward here, the greater the stretch in the front of the leg. The quadricep, that right quadricep muscle. Option to stay here or shift your hand so you're grabbing onto the inside of the right foot. Start to press that right foot into your hand, and as you do, hinge from the hips, reach forward with that left arm, coming into dancer pose. Gaze, keep it low, down on something stable. Lots of breath here. And slowly release that right leg down, next to the left. Feet are nice and close together here. Start to bend the knees, sit your weight all the way back in your heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Rib cage is contained. Lots of breath here. Shifting the weight into the left leg. Slowly peel that right foot off the mat. Place right ankle onto left knee. Flexing that right foot. Sit the weight back in that left heel. Lots of breath. This is another balance pose and strength. Inhale, on the exhale, step the right leg all the way back, finding your high lunge or crescent lunge. Tailbone is pointing down, slight bend in that back knee. Right knee over the ankle. Inhale, on the exhale, cactus the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale, twist left, so towards that left knee. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Staying nice and low in your lunge. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Inhale to high plank. Option to take a flow here or meet us in downward facing dog. Nice deep inhales and exhales here. Bend your knees, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Slowly coming up to stand. We're taking that whole sequence again on the other side. So this time, shifting your weight into your right leg, bend the left leg, grabbing onto the top of the left foot. Reach that right arm up, flamingo pose. Gently pressing your hips forward, feeling that awesome stretch in the front of the left leg. Option to take dancer, shifting your hand to the inside of the left foot. Start to press that foot into your hand. Hinge forward, reach forward with that right arm. Gazes down. Lots of breath. It's okay if you stumble or fall out. That's why they call yoga a practice. And your balance can be different from one day to another. That's totally fine. And release that left leg down. Feet nice and close together. Bending the knees, sit the hips right back into the heels, reach the arms up, chair pose. So try not to hold too much tension in your shoulders. Relax the shoulders, maybe a slight bend in the elbows, that helps. Shifting the weight into the right leg, bring that left ankle to right knee, and if you come up a bit to place it there, that's fine, but then sink right back down. Weights in that right heel. Try to wiggle your right toes. Lots of breath. Inhale, exhale, step that left foot right back. High lunge, crescent lunge. Maybe taking a slight back bend on this side, bringing your gaze up. Bend the arms, catches the arms, shoulder blades back and down. So almost pretend like you're pulling weights, a lat pull down. That mind-body connection here. Inhale, exhale, twisting right, staying nice and low in that lunge. Inhale to center, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to center, exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Inhale to high plank, option to take a flow or downward facing dog. Taking a few nice deep breaths in downward dog. Perhaps catching your breath here. From here, I want you to drop your knees down and then just stand up on your knees like so. If you have blocks, just put them on either side of your ankles. You can also just tuck your toes under and that's going to lift your heels up a little bit. We're preparing to do camel pose. You can take half camel or full camel depending on your level or what you practice. But let's warm up a little for this back bend. So we're going to start to just backstroke the arms. So leading with the pinky. So right arm and then left. So just warming things up a little bit here. And then pausing with your right arm up, right pinky up. This time when your right arm comes back, place it on your block or your heel, and then reach that left arm up. And then just relax your head to the right. So this is half camel, engaging the thighs and the glutes here. So your thighs, by turning them on, squeezing your thighs and glutes, that's your strength and base in this pose. If this feels okay, bring your left hand back onto your left heel and relax the head and the neck back. Again, squeezing those thighs and glutes. And coming out the same way you came in. So sweep that left arm forward, followed by the right. How did that feel? We're gonna take it again, or take half camel again on the other side. This time leading with the left hand comes to left heel or block. Reach that right arm up to the sky and drop your head to the left. So you should feel an awesome stretch in the side body, a nice back bend. And then maybe coming back fully, right hand to right heel, relaxing the head and the neck back. The key in this pose is to not think about it so much and just relax the upper body as much as you can. Lower body is where the strength is. So coming out the same way you came in, one arm at a time. And just move your blocks to the side. We're coming back to rabbit pose to counter that back bend. So inhale, so standing on your knees. Inhale, exhale, hinging forward, dropping the crown of the head down right in front of your knees. So looking back, you should see your knees and your heels. Reaching your hands back to your heels or wherever you can grab on. And then just start to lift your hips a little higher towards the ceiling. That you should feel an awesome stretch all along the length of the spine, upper back, lower back. One more breath here. Release your hands down. Slowly coming up, back up to your knees. We're just gonna bring our knees wide to the outer edges of the mat. Sit your hips back over your heels, reach the arms forward, coming into child's pose. So pulling back with the hip creases, dropping the forehead down. You're gonna feel a nice stretch along the spine again. Maybe rolling your head from side to side, so giving your forehead a little massage. This slight movement, this forehead massage, can stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, so physically calming us down. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, to your body. From here, just gently push yourself back up, and we're gonna sit down, so finding a seat with bottoms of the feet together. So this is a seated bound angle pose. And you can kind of play around with how close your heels are to your inner thighs, so they can be a little further away, or you can pull them in closer, or shift your bum closer. And then just start to butterfly the knees, shoulder blades back and down, spine is long. Inhale and exhale here. I love this pose. I love laying down in this pose too. That can feel really awesome in Shavasana. So stop fluttering the knees and inhale. On the exhale, just start to creep the hands forward. Bringing your gaze down to the floor. You're gonna feel a more intense stretch in the inner thighs with this movement. Perhaps on your next exhale, just walk or creep the hands forward a little more. So letting your breath relax your muscles, getting deeper into that stretch. And then slowly coming back up, extending your legs out straight. Actually, keep them bent, and we're gonna slowly come down onto our back. So reaching the arms forward, turning on the core a little bit, always looking for a chance to work that core, right? And once you're down, keeping the knees bent, bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Opening up your arms in a T shape. Inhale, on the exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop them left. So let's just windshield wiper the legs here. So this should feel like a nice lower back massage. I love this. Love this pose. If you want to pause on one side, you can, or you can just keep it moving, whatever feels good. And then hugging the knees in towards the chest, roll from side to side. Now extend your legs out straight, arms coming down along your sides, close down the eyes, and once again push those thoughts away, those plans, push them out. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Be still. There's always the option to stay a little longer in your Shavasana if you can. Thank you so much for joining me today for this practice. Namaste. As always, if you like this workout, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss anything from me. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.